Hello, my friends, and welcome to a very new episode of Teach Me English, the format where I constantly try to get better in English. And a very, very welcome to all the audience, and a very welcome to my good friend Bo. Hi, Bo, can you hear me?
Hello, Yofi. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, wonderful. How are you today?
I'm very well. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Today I have a wonderful topic, and this wonderful topic is mm, Johannes is not able to ask questions. So you have to teach this to me.
Okay.
Yes. What is the main thing if I want to ask a question, except of using this simple question I already used by myself? Hmm. I cannot hear you. Now I
Okay,
can hear
now?
you. Yes.
Okay. I must have hit that by mistake.
I can hear music.
You're asking a question because you want to have some knowledge.
Yes, this is the main thing, and the most biggest question for today is, how can I ask questions? How can I do this in a proper way? And I want to ask more than just how are you and where is Peter and when will we have lunch? I think these are the questions I'm
Okay.
able to ask, and the rest I want to learn today.
Okay. Okay.
So please
Let's see.
introduce me to a question.
Um, uh, how is your weather today?
How was your weather today?
How is
Okay.
your weather
How
today?
is your weather today? It's so dark outside I cannot see it, but I think it's I can feel it. It's
That's
really
right.
it's really cold out there today. But I'm not sure how to express this properly. Let me think let me say it like this. It's a bit windy and it's really cold for this season. Hmm.
That's an okay. It's really windy out and it's very cold. It's unseasonably cold. You could say.
It's
You could say
reasonable cold.
it's unseasonably,
Unseasonably.
unseasonably.
Okay, let me write this down, please. I just switch to the computer. So, it's a moment. Is this correct?
ALLY. No
A
B. No B. A
N
L
A L Y.
L Y. Two L's.
Two L's. Okay, so
It's
unseasonally.
unseasonally.
So this unseasonally means it's untypical for this season, isn't it?
Right.
Okay. And is it correct? Yes, it's ITS. It's not it's. Or is it it's?
That's correct. Yes. No.
That's correct.
Apostrophe. Yes.
Yes.
Because
So
it
it
is.
is. Yeah. It's unseasonally cold. Yes, it's unseasonally cold, and currently it's dark outside because it's about 9 p.m. currently, so I cannot see the weather, but I can feel the weather. Yes, and it's a bit
Right.
windy. So what was the question? The question was, how's the weather today?
How is your weather today?
How
How's the weather today?
how is
No, you can
your
say
weather?
house
How's
or house. Yeah.
how do you
How's
spell
the weather
weather?
today? WAA. WEAT. Yeah, yeah.
Today. Okay, so how's the weather today? Question mark. Yes. So how's the weather?
Yes.
Okay, how's the weather today? Thanks for this question. Um, when I want to ask someone, let's have a look onto this sentence. Paul wants to go to the movies. When I want to ask for this here, to the movies. When I want to ask someone, and this is the reply. What is the question for it?
When does Paul want to go to the movies?
When, but the reply should be to the movies.
When does Paul want to go to the movies?
Yes, but this is the question to get a point of time, isn't it? But I want to have to the movies as an answer.
What does Paul want to do?
What is
What does Paul want to do?
What
does Paul want to do? What does Paul
want to do?
What does Paul want to do? Paul wants to go to the movies.
So I have to use the question word or the question pronoun plus does, and then the infinitive. Is this the infinitive of the verb?
Yes.
Okay, so what does Paul want to do? So what does
It's also the present, because you could say, "I want to go now," so it's not always infinitive.
Okay. So when I want to ask you, what do I ask? Do I ask what do you want to do, or do I ask what does do you? Yes, what do you want to do? Isn't it?
Yes. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? Okay, so when I ask for the third person, I have to use does. And when it was a week ago, I would ask, what did Paul want to do last Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, so now I get familiar with the type of grammar.
Wait a minute. What does Paul want? No. That would be, what did Paul want to do last Saturday?
What did
Paul? Past tense. What did Paul want to do last Saturday?
Is there a reason to ask this question in present perfect tense?
Present perfect. I forget the present perfect.
Has done, has gone, has.
Then you would have to change it around. You would have to change it to what he did.
How would it sound?
What did Paul do last Saturday? What did Paul want to do last Saturday?
Yes, but
Paul
this is
wanted
past
to go to the movies.
And can I ask what has Paul wanted to do?
No, what did Paul want to do?
In what context? Is there any context this question could have any meaning?
Yes, it could say, say you were talking about, you were out somewhere and you were just talking. And something came up. And maybe Paul's pouting in the back. And so you say, no, Not what
Ah,
has
I
Paul. What
understand. I
did?
understand. Could it be in a situation like this? Um, George and Mary are talking to each other, and they are talking about Paul, and I'm not able to hear it clearly what Paul uh, wanted to do. So I'm asking, what has Paul wanted to do? I was not able to hear it clear. Could you please repeat it?
No, I think you
No.
would still say, what did, even though Maria and Peter were talking, they would
Uh-huh.
still say, what did Paul want to do?
Ah,
They didn't
okay.
know.
Okay. And then past perfect tense also, this does not give any meaning. Had Paul wanted to do?
No, don't use has. What had Paul wanted to do? Um, that would be okay. What
Yes,
had Paul wanted
but
to
in
do?
but in what in what context? In
What
which
had Paul
context?
wanted to do that he didn't do,
Ah,
and
a
why we're
mischance.
discussing it?
Is it a mischance?
What right? What did he want
Ah,
to do, and we didn't do it?
aha, aha. Okay, okay. Aha. That's very interesting and not always so clear for me. Okay, so when we talk about things that he wanted to do but he have not done, no, has not done, then I could ask this to get the information what the initial plan was.
Yes. What had
Yes.
Paul wanted to do?
Ah,
And
okay.
then
So
someone
this
will reply.
cool, cool. Was completely new for me. Wow, cool. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so now it's getting clearer. Yeah, clearer? Can I say
Yes.
something like this? Okay, now it's getting clearer.
Yes.
Okay, so another thing. Um, Peter left Denton in summer 1998 because of his big love. Okay, so is there any comma missing?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
okay, so we have here a secondary clause because of his big love. So here I can ask why. Why left Peter Denton in summer 1998? Then this could be the reply. Because of his big love. Yes, but when I want to ask for Denton as a reply, what will I ask?
Where did Denton go in the summer of 1998?
But Denton is a city.
Oh, Peter.
It's not.
Where did
It's not
Peter
a lover.
leave?
Pardon me.
Okay. Um, where did Peter leave
Ah,
from in the summer
where
of
did
1998?
Peter
Peter
leave
leave from
from
in the
in
summer
summer?
of 1998.
Do I need the article there?
Yes.
Here also, at the initial sentence also, in the summer.
I would say in the summer of 1998.
Ah, okay. So
Um,
this makes it clearer. Yeah.
in summer,
But
summer has a
summer has
small
small
s.
s, yes. So Peter left
Um,
Denton in the summer of 1998 because of his big love. Where did Peter leave from in the summer of...
where has an e? Where has an e at the end?
Yes, exactly. Where did
Okay.
Peter leave from in the summer of 1998? Ah, okay, so I get more structure in my head. That's really cool. Where did Peter leave from? Where leave from? Okay, so the from is a postposition here. Where did Peter leave from? Can I also ask where did Karen went to yesterday morning?
Where did Karen go to yesterday morning?
Go to. Leave is present tense. Ah,
But go is also
yes, yes.
present.
Yes, where? Yes, because we have here the did. Where did Karen uh, go to yesterday morning? Can I also place yesterday morning here?
Yes. No, no,
And
no, no,
no, I can't. Okay,
no.
so object of time has to be here close to the end.
Where did Karen go to?
Where
Where did
did
Karen? Oh,
Karen
okay.
go to yesterday
Yesterday
morning?
morning.
Okay. And I don't need any commas,
No.
but I can also ask this. Yesterday morning, where did Karen go to? This I can also ask, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, but here I need the comma, I think.
Yes, I would put that there
Yeah, okay, okay.
because it's like a little pause. A little pause.
Mm-hmm,
Yesterday morning. Where did Karen go to?
mm-hmm. Mm, it's so horrible that I'm not able to
Why did Karen? Why
ask
did
question.
Karen go out? Why did
Where
Karen
did
go
Karen
out?
go out?
Why did Karen go out?
Why? Um, I think we should ask Karen. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, we'll ask her later.
Yeah.
We'll ask her later.
I've no idea.
In there, Morgan. In there, Morgan.
Uh, uh,
Morgans.
Morgens, you refer to the German one, Morgens or
Morgans.
Morgens,
I learned
yes.
that.
It's an adverb. It's an adverb of time. And you can also say um, am Morgen.
Ah.
In the
So that would
morning,
be
in the morning
in
is in
them,
German am
Morgan.
Morgen.
So uh I'm them, Morgan.
This is the
I'm them, Morgan.
article. This is the article. Morgen is
Is that dative?
masculine, and yes, it is. And this is the preposition. Uh, there is just for the audience. There is an and the article word, and so we have here an dem. Yes, and an dem is an abbreviation, and the abbreviation is am.
Yes,
So when
I
I
am
do,
studying that.
when I yes, I know. When I place in the parts we drop out, then you can see an dem, and this fuses to one word, and then it's am Morgen. Yes, and in English there is something similar existing. I am, I'm. This is
Yeah,
similar. There is also an abbreviation for this.
it's
Yes, it's yes, exactly. Yeah, but this was just an excursion to to the German language. Yes, but another sentence. So when okay, there is no comma, you said, yes. So all are always laughing because of my surname. So why are they always laughing? Yeah, why are they always laughing? I
Yes.
think this is the question to get this as a reply. But when I want to
Right.
have this as a reply, are laughing, are always laughing. What do I have to ask?
Why are they always laughing?
Yes, it's because of my surname, but this is the phrase I want to have in return to the question.
Oh, that's it. Oh, because of my surname, they are always laughing.
Yeah, and what do I have to ask to get this as a reply? Always laughing.
What do they do when they hear? What do they do? What do they do when
What
they hear
are
my
they?
surname?
Ah,
What do they
okay.
do?
What did they do
What
or
do they
what are
do
they
when they
do?
hear my surname?
Hmm,
What
um,
do they do?
what do they do? What do they do when they hear your surname? Hoppla.
They are always laughing.
They are always laughing. For instance, imagine there is someone whose first name is Mika. And imagine this person lives in the United States, and imagine this person is calling you, and you're on the phone, and Mika is saying, "Whoa! Every time when I say my surname, they are always laughing." And then maybe you ask, "Yes, but why are they laughing?" Then the person maybe says, "Yes, listen, I think I never told you my surname." Yeah, and then you would say, "Yes, then say me your surname," and the person says, "Yes, my first name is Mika, and my surname is Fakov."
Okay.
Yes, and the person is laughing. Yes. Okay, so sometimes it can really be funny. Yes, because some names can have very crazy meanings in other languages.
Right.
Right, yeah. So maybe this is the reason why someone is laughing. Yes. Or Yanislav Pisov.
Happy
Do you have
song.
funny names in English? Are there
Oh
some are
yeah.
there some funny names where you are laughing when you hear them as native speaker, I mean?
Let's see. Uh, I don't usually. I can't think of any right now. I can't think of any names right now
Mm,
that I would laugh at.
In German, for instance, we have lots of funny names, even in German. So these are German names, and they are very funny. For instance,
Oh, the fogging.
Käsbohrer. Um, let's translate this. I open Google. So Bohrer in English means drill. Yes, drill, Bohrer. And Käse is a very short form for cheese. So it literally translated it's cheese drill. Yes, but there are lots of more names which are very funny. But Witherspoon is for me very funny. Witherspoon. I think this is also for English
Oh,
or ears very funny, isn't it? Witherspoon.
I guess if you said it that way, I never thought about that before. I never thought about that
Witherspoon.
before.
It sounds like a very dry thing, which is somewhere which I can find in the kitchen.
I missed part of that.
With a
Say
spoon.
that again.
With a spoon.
Oh, with a
Yes,
spoon.
with a
Yeah.
spoon. It sounds very dry for me, very dry, and I can find it in the kitchen. Yes, but this sounds also very funny for me. Um, and there is one more thing, which I think is very funny. And most of the names characters get in English novels sound so practical. So, for instance, SpongeBob SquarePants.
What's
SpongeBob
that one?
SquarePants, for instance, or um, most of the names are not
Um,
translated into German because for German ears they sound so obviously so obvious. You know what I mean? And this doesn't work for the German market when you have a direct translation or a naming on obvious things, on things that you can directly see. So when you have a character which looks like a lamp, yeah, and then the name is lamp. You know what I mean? This is something that doesn't work for the German market. So they get
no, I see that.
get real life names. Sure, the lamp maybe would get the name um, Peter or Carl. That's amazing. But let's continue. I have several more questions to solve or problems to solve. Um, let's write mall. So they drove with their car to the mall. So when I want to have this as an answer, what should I ask?
I would say they drove their car to the mall, not with. I wouldn't add that with.
But this was the instrument.
That's implied.
Ah, okay. So without with.
They drove their car to the mall. It's implied with,
S- uh,
obviously.
yeah, but could this also mean they drove their car to the mall and it stays there forever?
Well, not the way you put that. That's just a sentence. They drove their, like, if I asked you, where are they? Where did they go? They drove their car to the mall. Um, they drove their car to the airport. It could be there for months till they came back. It
Uh
could be
huh.
there just for the day.
Uh huh.
It could be there just for a minute while they run in
Uh
and come
huh.
back out.
Okay. But I want to say that they used their car to go to the mall.
Oh, then you would say they used their car
Ah,
to go to the
okay.
mall. That was
They
good. That was good. They used their car
to drive to the
to
mall.
drive to the mall.
So when I want to get this as a reply,
How did they get to the mall?
how did they get to the mall?
And then you would say they drove their car.
How did they get to the mall? They used their car.
They drove. They
They
drove
drove.
their car. You could say they
Ah, okay,
used their car,
because
but
I've used their
we don't
car to
usually
drive
use
to.
used. You could say they used their car, but I would say they drove their car to the mall.
Yes,
They drove to the
so this
or they
here,
drove to the mall. You don't even need their car. They drove to the mall.
This is just a
Because you said
prototype.
they use their car.
This is just
They
a
use their car to
prototypic
drive.
sentence. Otherwise, I cannot say what I want to have as a reply. So whatever you ask, the reply is their car.
Their. That is IR. Okay. What did they use to get to? How did they get to the mall? How did
I-
they get to the mall?
Can I then
They
say
use.
their car?
They use their car.
No, no, I want just to have their car as reply.
All right. How did they get to the? How did they get to the mall?
Can I ask
And
what
then
did
just a quick
they
answer. Their car.
Can I ask what did they use to get to the mall?
What did they? Yes.
Uh-huh. What
What did
did
they use?
they use to get to the mall?
They
So
used their car.
or they drove by bus, or they went by bus.
Or they walked.
They walked. Yes, yes, exactly. This is the thing. This is the thing. There I have troubles with all of these questions. Yeah, the differences between the questions. How did they get to the mall? By feet?
You wouldn't say by feet. You'd say they walked.
They walked. Uh-huh.
And you can just leave it. Just leave it. Those two words. They walked.
Yes, exactly. This is what I want. This is exactly. They walked to the mall. They used their car to drive to the mall. They went by plane. And this is the next prototypic sentence. There could be, there can be mistakes inside, but let's discuss this later. Mm, uh,
With the help of her best friend, comma. I put a comma after friend.
yes, because I have this in front. When it's afterwards, I don't need the comma, isn't it?
It depends. Probably not.
Uh-huh.
But with the help of her best friend, because that's kind of that's a phrase in itself. So we put a comma for a little pause. With the help of her best friend, she was able to get the degree. So I take a little pause. So I put the comma.
Here is
Or, how did she get her degree? With the help of her best friend.
yeah.
How was she able to get the degree? With the help of her best friend.
How was she able to get the degree?
In other words, we thought she'd never do it. How was she able to get the degree? How did Bodine ever learn to write a sentence in German?
We're all
How did
so.
Bodine write a sentence in German?
This is the I think this was the mood around this, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and there are lots of how should I say? There are lots of ways to express this in German, but all these ways are very similar to English. Always when we have huge feelings or emotions, then yeah, then expression is more important than grammar.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
the
Pretty
thing
much.
what you say is much more important than it's very very important to hear how it sounds,
Oh,
and
yes.
word order is completely ruined, but it's okay. Yes,
Well,
have you
it's
ever
ruined for the Germans
yeah, have you ever
because you
tried
switch everything.
yeah.
But you know what about the
No, we
names,
cannot switch
the names
everything.
that we would laugh at here?
Yeah,
We don't.
some examples.
We know that they're. We know if it's a different kind of name that it's another country. So if we don't know the meaning of the words,
Hmm.
we just accept it, whatever it is.
Yes,
But see now
exactly.
with German, all these words mean something. So you have to put it a different way. You know what I mean? And well, just like English, there's many words for one word.
Yeah.
You know, like need. Need could be what was it I learned today? Benutzen,
Yeah.
I need, I benutze, or nehmen. Oh, broke.
Brauche.
Is it
Yes,
broy?
exactly.
Broke. Okay.
Brauche.
Oh, brow. Oh yeah, Audi.
Brauche.
Brow.
Yes. I
Brauke.
need. I need.
Brauke. I need. So you have just as
In
many
German,
meanings.
we wouldn't say you need to go to school. We would say you have to go to school. Du musst zur Schule gehen. Because we don't use ich brauche zur Schule gehen because it needs something completely different. Yeah.
Okay,
So
like from the
please
store.
do not mix it up. Um, and just by the way, I have to go to the doctor. I must go to the doctor. Both sentences also exist in German, but it's vice versa. The must is much stronger in English than in German, and the have to is much stronger in German than in English. When I say ich habe zum Doktor zu gehen, then I have no choice. There is no
Yeah,
choice. And you would say
right,
it with must when you don't have any choices. So
right.
it's some kind of changed. Yes, this have to and the must go uh, is changed. This the German version is changed, but we don't have the I need to. We have the word brauche, yes. For instance, ich brauche Schuhe, I need shoes. Ja? Ich brauche Schuhe, I need shoes. But all the other usages, the English usages are translated completely different.
Okay, so I did my homework a little wrong.
I don't think so.
I know I used broke, Audi, brauke,
Please don't
brauke.
use brauche as model verb in German.
Okay,
This doesn't
okay.
work. Yes, it doesn't work. It's a full verb, and use it with to in German.
All right, I need to.
Zu
All right,
brauchen, yeah, to need. Yes, but it's a different one. It's not the same as in English.
okay.
Yeah, but basically I can say that we
Sure.
change have to and must. These are things we change. When there is absolutely no choice, then we use habe zu. And when um, yes, but it has always to do with real decisions. Yes, when you have to go to the toilet, yes, then you use also I have to go to the toilet. But when there is the last second, yeah, the last second, then you say I must go now. Yeah, yes, and we
Yes,
wouldn't
yes. And must is no
use have
choice.
to.
Must is no choice.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. And in German, it's a
Right.
bit different.
That'd be imuse, um, Zoom Arts, gehen,
Ich muss zum
Zoom,
Arzt gehen,
Doctor.
zum Doktor. Ja, ich muss zum Doktor, ich muss zum Arzt gehen.
Oh,
I
I said
have
that
to
right.
go to the doctor.
See, I was putting an E on the end of moose.
Yes, we have the conjugation of the verb ich muss, du musst, er, sie, es muss.
Oh, ich muss, not muse.
Wir
Okay, okay.
müssen, ihr müsst, yes. We have this crazy conjugation at the verbs. And
Okay.
yes. And here we have the infinitive
Right?
of the verb because it's present tense. Yeah, it's present tense. Here it's
Right.
also, I think, present simple. I have to go to the doctor. It's a simple way to say a fact, yeah, which is in general
Undetermined
valid.
time.
Yeah, yeah. And so we have, I have to go to the doctor. When it's in past, you would say, I had to go to the doctor because it's
Right.
over.
Right. Right.
You are already back. You are back. You are not there, but you were there. Yes.
Right.
The same in German. Ich musste zum Arzt gehen, zum Doktor. Hoppla. Gehen. Ja. So we have also here the past tense. More correct would be the perfect tense, but for most of the people it's much too complex to use the perfect tense together with the modal verb, so they use the past tense. But when we express facts, we use the present, the perfect tense. Ich habe zum Doktor gehen müssen. Yes, we have more parts for the verb in German. Also, at the end of the sentence, we call this last position, and at the second position, Bo first said that in German we can place every word on every position we want. No, it isn't like this, but it's close to it. On the second, so-called second position, we have a verb. This could be a modal verb or a full verb. And when we have a modal verb or an auxiliary verb on the second position, we have on the last position at least one more verb. It's just a second part in main clauses. And and when we have a secondary clause or a side clause, we have no position to, and the verb is pushed completely at the end of the sentence. Yes, but back to English. Now it's Teach Me English, and this is the format where I get taught by Bo and everyone who wants. So I have to go to the doctor. Let's pick this sentence, and I want to change this. So now I have a will future sentence here, and now I want to ask for the verb. What do I have to ask to get will go as an answer?
Um, uh, I hear you need to see the doctor. Will you will you do that? And then you could say,
I will
I
go.
will go.
Ah.
Because
Uh-huh.
say I thought that you didn't want to go to the doctor because you just don't like the doctor.
Uh-huh.
So you say, listen, Yofi, you have to go to the doctor. Will you? Will you go? Oh, wait, you want to answer
This
that.
sounds this
Uh,
sounds like the marriage question. Will you da 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 da
uh, uh,
da. Ah, ah.
no.
Yes, it's very hard to ask for verbs. Yes, in every language. Um, the context is the
You
thing.
could
It's
say,
mm,
I could say to you, knowing that you don't like to go to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor. Will you? And then you could say, I will go.
mhm. And this was a very
I
cool
will go. I
example. This
will
was a
go.
this was a very
Like you're
cool
giving
example.
in. Okay, I will go. I will
Hmm.
go. And you can just leave it just like that. I will go.
You
You
nailed
don't
me
have to add
down.
to the
I have no
doctor.
choices. I have to
Right.
go.
So you say, I will go.
I will
And you don't
go.
even have to say to the doctor.
Hmm.
You can just say, I will go.
Hmm.
I promise I will go.
I promise I will go.
I promise. In the name of God, I will
Yes.
go. In my I will go or I will croak.
Yes, and then we can sing a hallelujah to it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Aha. So
Hallelujah.
will you will I
I
heard or
must.
I have heard that you don't want to go to the doctor.
I have heard that you don't like to go to the doctor. I have heard that you don't like to go to the doctor.
Wait a second, like to go to the
To the
doctor.
doctor. That's my sentence.
Yeah, I've heard that you don't like to go to the doctor.
Why don't you like to go to the doctor?
To go to the doctor. Mm,
Is
he
doctor also
he's
arts?
he's a crazy bastard.
Ah, well,
Yeah,
well, pick a new one.
he's
You
a
can pick
crazy
a new doctor.
he's a crazy bastard.
Can't you
I
pick?
don't want to
Can't you
go
pick
to
a
the
new
doctor.
doctor?
Yes, fortunately, yes. Yeah. Okay, so I have heard that you don't like to go to the doctor. Why don't you like to go to the doctor? Um, okay, so he's a mean bastard. No, um, he he used the spark the last time, and I'm afraid.
He is what?
A spark. Spark?
Use a spark?
Yeah, I have to translate. Wait a second.
Oh, the drill?
No, how is this
Oh,
spelled?
syringe. Oh, the
Syringe. Okay.
needle.
Yes, he used a
The needle.
syringe. Yes, he used a
Oh, it
syringe, and
doesn't
so
hurt.
I'm very afraid to visit
Ah,
him.
ah, it doesn't hurt.
That's exactly
Why are you
that's exactly
afraid?
what he said. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And afterwards, 3 days, my arm hurted. No,
Hurt. Hurt.
not hurted, hurt. 3 days, my
Right.
arm hurt afterwards. He
For
lied
3 days afterwards. For 3 days afterwards.
for
My
three
arm
days.
hurt. Afterwards. Then I'd put a comma.
My
I'd put a comma.
arm hurt.
My arm hurt.
He was a lying bastard.
What it
For
really
three
was
days.
is
For
doctors
three
don't
days
know how to
afterwards.
use the needle. Doctors don't know how to use the needle. Only the nurses.
No, this was
The,
just
the
that what the
doctors do
doctor
not
said.
know that.
This is just that what the doctor said. Yeah, the doctor said, "Oh, that's very convenient. Maybe I feel a tiny peaks. Mm, I have to translate. uh, einen kleinen Stich spüren,
Oh, you
not
needed some
sprühen.
stitches.
Maybe. Just a second. Stink. Yeah. He said, I just feel a small stink. Yes, that was correct, but afterwards, for 3 days afterwards, my arm hurt. Yes. He was a lying bastard. I know that he knew it exactly, that it will hurt for 3 days.
Oh, he probably went in the muscle
Yes. It
because
was,
if you go in the muscle, boom. If you go in the muscle, man, that
mm,
does hurt.
yeah. It wasn't comfortable, like he said.
Right. Right.
No, it was
Well, they
it
have to
was
tell
the
you. He has to tell you that
yeah.
so you don't get nervous. He has to
he
tell you. He has
um
to lie.
yes he has to lie and but afterwards I had the third syringe. What was syringe? Yes,
Syringe
the third
or needle.
syringe. Yes,
The
afterwards I
needle.
had the third needle.
Oh,
And now I have all the. Wait a second.
all the boosters,
Yes, vaccinations.
all the
Vaccinations.
vaccinations.
Yes, all the vaccinations which are necessary for going out. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't get my third one yet.
Ah, okay. So when will you get your third one?
No, I'm still thinking about it.
Ah, okay. Why?
I hear because I hear so many negative things like people have gotten DVTs or AFib, a
Uh-huh.
fast heart rate. So kind of my doctor asked me if I had gotten it and I said no, I'm thinking about it. And she said, "Okay, you know, just weigh it." But every different channel you have will have a different opinion.
Mm.
So I guess you just have to kind of go with what you think is the right one, which is the
I
right
think
opinion.
maybe you should have a look onto the statistics. Really onto
Right.
the statistics, not only on the opinions that you hear, but also look onto the statistics. Um, in this world, about 8 billion people live, and I think about between 4 and 5 million people died in total, I think. This we can check at the statistics, and somewhere between of this is the truth. Yeah. And I will just open the statistics that we can have a look onto this. So this is in German now, but this is not. Here is just the statistics. Yes, you could say, well, statistics, yes or no. These are all the cases in Austria, for instance. But I want to use the world now as an example. And this is now, yes, these are the infected uh, persons. I say it like this: the infected persons per day, with the average of a week. Yes, and there is a heavy increase and also a heavy decrease. Yes, But these are the new cases, and here are the persons who died. Yeah, and you can see that about 5,170 persons died each day the last 7 days in this world. Yeah, and sometimes when you watch television, you could have the feeling that tomorrow or everyone is dead. Yeah. And you could compare these values with other illnesses or other viruses, and it sounds strange, but in total, I think it's between 4 or 5 millions in more than 2 years. And just for comparison, about 7 millions died on HIV within the first 2 years. Yeah, so we have to bring this in a context. Yeah, so it's good that we are able to have help. Yeah, it's good that we have possibilities. Sometimes I have the feeling that we are locked in, yeah, by purpose, and sometimes I have the feeling that we are protected through these locks. Yeah, but sometimes I have the feeling that the lock is on purpose, and there are other reasons, yeah, for this lock. Yeah, but this is something. Who knows? Maybe in the 80s, maybe lots of people. We would have been able to help lots of people with a lockdown, but this haven't happened in the 80s.
In lockdown. Instead of with, say in lockdown.
In lockdown.
Not with lockdown.
Yes, to say in lockdown, and maybe this had changed anything, but it was Cold War time, yeah, and maybe I'm happy that it hasn't happened in the 80s,
Right.
yeah, because if you give someone a lighter, yeah, it's been used, and so who knows for what it was the best, yeah, that there was no lockdown situation in the 80s, yeah. But nowadays we have lots of crazy phenomenons, and the cool thing is we can talk about this over YouTube, yeah, and this worldwide, and this wasn't possible before.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
please get inspired. Please get inspired by the
The
statistics.
statistics.
Yeah, and
I'm
please set
I'm
it
going to
in
go there.
context, and please set it in context with other statistics. For instance, the HIV
The
statistics,
flu.
or for instance, with flu. Yeah, or but not the values from the last 3 years. Please, with the values from before this crazy time.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes I have the feeling that the flu does not exist anymore. Yeah, it it seems to be vanished. It has vanished. It seems to be that it has. Yeah,
Vanished.
it vanished.
I love
Yeah,
vanished. I love
vanished.
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 Very,
Very vanished.
very
Yes.
vanished.
Vanished.
I'm I'm calibrating you.
You have to train me better. You have
Ich
to train me.
will, ich will. Ich werde.
Ich werde.
Werde,
Ich
werde, not
werde.
Florida.
Yes.
Werde,
Werde. Yes. Exactly.
very, werde, very. Ja,
Ich werde es tun.
Werde. Verda. Very,
Very.
very Verda. Wait, Verda?
Uh, Verde.
Verda? Okay.
Verde.
Very Verda. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Verde.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Verde.
Verda.
No, it's not Verda. It's Verde.
There. There. There.
This
T-A-A.
word contains Erde, which means earth.
Earth.
Verde.
Verda.
Verde.
Oh, Verda.
No, it's not Verde. It's
Verda.
Verde. It's not Verde. It's Verde.
Verda. Verda.
Yeah, that's close. Verde.
Verde. Oh, the rolling R. Verde. Verda. Verda. Verde.
Verde. Verde.
Verde.
Very.
Verde.
Verde. Verde.
Verda. Verda.
Verde.
Verda.
Verde.
Verda.
Yeah,
Verde.
Verde. Exactly. Yes.
Verde.
Verde. Verde.
Verda.
And what about
Already.
this word?
Very.
Very.
Very. Very.
And this?
Very. Very.
What is the difference between these two words?
Very and very.
Very
Just a
and
vowel.
very, but it sounds similar. Very and very. And what about these words?
Love. Laugh. Laugh. Love. Love.
So it's love and laugh.
Love and
Love
laugh.
and laugh. Okay. And this?
Glove.
Glove.
Glove. Glove.
Love.
Love.
Love and glove.
Love.
But
I
laugh.
love my glove.
Yes, I love my glove.
I laugh.
I laugh about the love of my glove. No, not of my. I laugh about yes. I laugh about the love to your glove. Is this correct?
The love to your glove. I laugh about you loving your glove. I laugh
No,
about
no, it's your glove, not
um,
mine.
the love to your glove.
I laugh about the love to
Laugh
your
about
glove.
not the love you have to your glove.
Love you have to your glove.
You have to your glove. I
Okay,
laugh
so
about the love you have to your
laugh.
glove.
I laugh about the love you have to your glove.
Yeah.
This sounds like a song text, isn't it?
Sounds like a what?
A song text,
A song?
lyrics, lyrics.
I laugh
It
about the love you
sounds
have to
like
your glove.
lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to start our musical, Bo. Yeah, we have to start our
Right.
musical. I think this is the second from the second plot point. Yeah, from at the second act.
Yeah.
I think this is the first song of the second act.
Okay. Laugh about the love you have to your glove.
Yeah, there is rhythm in
You
it,
have
isn't
to your
it?
glove. It's so far above. It's
Yeah,
so
but
far
wait a second.
above.
It's so far. It's so
It's so
far.
far above.
Yes, yes. On the cupboard, is there any thing like a cupboard which is inside any room which ends with "of"?
Um,
Hmm.
uh, a cupboard that ends in of, or
No,
another word
not another
like
word
dove.
for
Dove.
anything that you can put into the room, which is like a cupboard, but it ends with "of".
Um, dove. Say dove.
Dove. Is it a
It's
dove
so
is a bird,
far.
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Dove, love,
Dove.
cub,
It's so far
love,
above.
hug,
It
hug,
was stolen
hug, child,
by a dove.
dove. It's so far above. It was stolen by. I laugh about the love you have for your love. It's so far above. It was stolen by a dove.
Yes, and
Uh, okay.
this bird took the glove and put it onto some kind of a cupboard or another. Wait a second, I have to have a look onto the translator. Um, I want to translate this to English. I'm not sure about the word. Furniture, yes, sure. Is there any furniture ending with "of"?
Is there any furniture anything with of?
Yes.
Um, uh,
So, are there any clothes ending with "of"? Yes, glove, for instance. But is there any furniture ending with "of"?
only that, only the one I shoved.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
stolen by the dove. He shoved it. He shoved it in the tree. He shoved it in the. It's so far above. It was stolen by a dove. He
What do you
shoved it
think
far
about
above.
claiming that it's rough?
I laugh about the love you have for your
Rough, it's
love.
so rough, it's so far above.
Rough.
It's so far above. It was stolen by a
Oh
dove.
yeah,
Or
rough.
it has
So
been
far.
stolen, isn't it? It has been stolen by a dove.
Well, it was stolen by a dove, or it has been stolen by
Because
a dove.
it was before this, so it has been stolen, isn't it?
Um, if you're answering why, um, why, uh, why is it so far above? Because it's stolen by a dove.
Yes.
But you could
It's
also
and
say
it's better for the syllabus. It's been stolen by a dove. Rough.
it's
It's
been
so far
stolen by a
above.
dove.
It's been stolen by a dove.
Okay, been stolen by a dove. Rough. It's so far above. It's been stolen by a dove. Now that we've run a rhyme again. Stolen by a
um,
dove.
uh, Something with enough.
Um, enough.
Rough enough. Dove
Rough.
above. hmm. Tough.
Stolen by a dove. Oh, wait a minute.
You're gone. Where are you?
There I am.
Here you are.
I hit one little wrong thing. It's so far above. It's been stolen by a dove. Enough. Rough. Enough. Stolen by a dove. Took it far enough. You took it far enough. So far above. It's been stolen far,
Yes, yes.
far above.
What was it? It.
It's so far above.
No, you started with enough.
Enough. Stolen by a dove. Enough.
Now it's so far above. Wait a second. Now it's so far.
Okay.
It's been stolen. Rough. It's been stolen
Oh
by a
yeah.
dove. Now it's so far above.
Now it's so far above.
Yes, because it's somewhere on top of something. We don't know what. It should end with of.
Above. Glove. Rough. Enough. Enough is enough. um, now it's so far above.
Hmm.
I love the love you have. I laugh about the love you have to your glove. Rough, it's been stolen by a dove. Now it's so far above.
Genau. Can you
No,
see it? Na, can't you see it?
can't you see it? No, can't you see it? Rough,
No.
tough. No, it's tough.
No,
No, it's
yeah,
tough.
it's so
It's
tough.
it's so tough.
How do you spell tough?
Tough. Tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's so tough. I really have
It's so
enough.
tough. I really have had enough. Have
Have
had
had? Why have had?
enough. No, it's so tough.
Why is it have had enough?
I really have had
Are you
enough.
referring to the total amount of gloves?
No, I'm talking about that you've had enough with this dove stealing your glove,
Ah, yes,
and it's so
okay.
high above.
Uh-huh,
I really
No.
have had enough with this dove. I've had enough with this dove.
For for this stuff,
I really have had enough. No, from this dove.
from.
From this dove.
So I take the other glove to to show her my love.
Right. So I take the other glove
To
to show her.
can I say this?
Yeah.
Is the dove female?
Oh, to show it my love.
It, my love. No, it's so tough. I really
So I
have
take
had
the other
enough from
glove
this stuff, so
to
I take
show
the
it
other
my
glove
love.
to show it my love.
Wait a minute. I really have had enough
Tush,
from
tush,
this
tush, tush,
dove.
tush.
So I take the other glove to show it my love. Wait a minute. I take the other glove
To throw it after the dove?
to, yeah, because to show it my love. Wait a minute. So I take the other glove and
throw it.
and throw it at the dove and throw it high above. I throw it high above and knock down the other glove. Throw it high above the dove.
Pardon me. So I take the other glove to throw it high enough
Not to. Oh, I take the other glove to.
and throw it.
Wait. I take the other glove and throw it high above the dove.
Uh, to hit the dove.
No, throw it high above the dove so it will knock it down.
Genau, so I knock it down.
So I can knock it down.
So I
So I
can
can.
knock
So I
it
can
down.
knock it down. So far above.
Let me read
I
it
laugh
for
about the
you.
love.
I laugh about the
Okay.
love. No, I laugh about I laugh about the love you have to your glove. Rough, it's been stolen by a dove. Now it's so far above. Can't you see it? No, it's so tough. I really have had enough from this stuff. So I take the other glove and throw it high above the dove so I can knock it down.
Yeah.
Now
Enough.
we enough. Enough. Yes, down. Enough. Wonderful. This is. I think this is the perfect refrain, isn't it? The perfect chorus.
Yes. Because you don't want to hit the dove. You just want to knock it above and it'll drop down. So I take the other glove and throw it high above. I
Could you
don't
please
even know
repeat?
if we need the. I don't know if we need the dove there. I really have had enough from this dove. I would say period after dove. I've really had enough from this dove.
Uh huh.
Exclamation. I'm taking the other glove and throwing it high above the dove so I can knock it down.
I'm
I'm
taking the other
taking no
glove.
E, no E, no E.
So
I'm taking the other glove and throwing it high above the dove.
it high above the dove. The
Or
dove.
high enough above the dove, high enough above the dove
Yeah.
so I can knock it down. So I can knock it down. And then we'll get rid of it enough. Yeah.
Can we move this so I can knock it down or I can knock it down? Can we move this before of above the dove? I want to have this at the end.
I'm taking the other glove and throwing it I'm throwing it so I can knock it down. I'm taking the other glove and throwing it high. I'm throwing it high above the dove so I can knock it down. I'm
Without
taking the
enough?
other glove. I'm throwing it high enough above the dove so it knocks it down. So it can knock it down. So it can knock it down. Say so
So
it can knock
it
it down
can knock it down.
if it falls that way. No, it's so tough. I really have had enough from this dove. I'm taking the other glove and throwing it high enough above the dove. No, don't start with so. I'm throwing it high enough above the dove. Then do comma, small s, so I can knock it down. Okay, no, it's so tough. I
Can I
really have
start?
had enough from this dove.
Can I start with so I can knock it down, or I can knock it down by with
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
I
glove?
can knock it down. I can take my other glove. I can take my other glove and throw it high above
But then we
that
end
dove.
again with knock it down. I want to start with knock
Oh,
it
yeah.
down.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's a
taking
tough. I
the other
really have
glove.
had enough from this stuff. Here I want to start with I can knock it down. But I can knock it down.
But I can knock it down by taking the other glove. By
Yeah, by taking the other glove and throwing it high enough.
It high enough.
I cannot hear you.
Um,
Ah, now I can hear you.
can you now? Oh,
Mhm.
okay. But okay. No, it's so tough. I really have had enough from this stuff. Don't use but. Take but out of there and
Okay,
start with I
I
can I can knock
knock
it
it down.
down by taking I can knock it down by taking the other glove and throwing it high enough above the dove.
Yeah, the dove. Wonderful, amazing. I think this is great.
I can knock it down by taking the other glove, throwing it high enough above the dove.
Yeah.
Knock it down by taking the other glove and throwing it high enough above the dove so it will fall. But we don't need that. Throwing it high enough above the dove.
So it will
But you could say,
fall.
so it will fall and
This is
knock the
the
glove
end
down.
of the dove as we know it. Okay, this is stolen.
No,
This is the end of the dove as we know
that's
it.
the difference. That's for sure. I can knock it down by taking the other glove and throwing it high enough. Throwing it high enough. I don't want to keep repeating dove. Throwing it high enough in the tree or high
to
enough,
to show my
high
love.
enough to knock it down, to knock it down. Throwing it high enough. Throwing it high enough
I can knock
to
it
knock it.
down by taking. I
You've
can
already
knock it
said that.
down by taking the other glove and throwing it high enough above the dove. I think this is funny.
I
It
can knock it
sounds
down by
funny.
taking the other glove, throwing it high enough above the dove. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. No, it's so
I
tough. I
really have
really
had enough
have
from this
had
stuff.
enough from this dove. I can knock it down by taking the other glove. Yeah, the other glove and throwing it high enough above the dove.
Right, right.
And then
Knock it
we
down by taking the other glove,
yes, and
throwing it
then we
high
have
enough above the
a
dove.
copyright infraction. Yeah, infraction. I think it's spelled correct. It's pronounced correctly. With this is the end of the dove as we know it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so say goodbye to Hollywood.
Yeah. No, say goodbye to the dove.
Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Funny dove.
I'm
Viva
sure.
Las
I'm sure
Vegas. Funny
that.
dove.
I'm sure that in every song now the word dove will appear. At least at this week.
Yeah, they're good.
I
Throwing it
think this
high
is a
enough
very,
above.
very, very, very interesting text. Thank you very much for creating this together with me. Yes, I love about the love, love, love. For me, this is very, very hard. The difference is very hard for me. Laugh and
You have
love.
for your glove. You have for your glove, not to your glove.
I
The love
love
you have
about
for
the
your
love you have for your glove.
for for your glove.
Rough,
Rough.
it's been
It's
stolen
been
by a dove.
stolen by a dove. Now so far above. Can't you see it? No, it's so tough. I really have had enough from this dove. I can knock it down by taking the other glove, throwing it high enough above. I don't know if we need that last dove. Throwing it high enough above the dove. All right, leave the dove. Leave the dove. I can throw it down by taking the other glove and throwing it high enough above the dove. Yeah, leave the dove.
Yes, and now we
Leave the
need
dove.
a name for this song. Hmm. What do
When
you
I had
think
a dove,
about what do you think about the tree?
the tree,
The tree. The green tree. Witherspoon. Let's call it Witherspoon.
with a
Or
spoon.
or cheese drill. Hmm. I need
But
more
she's
suggestions. I need more suggestions. What do
uh
you think, Bo?
um uh
Hmm.
Christmas don't like
Does
that.
this
Not so
word have
far.
any meaning? Of?
OVE.
Does this
No,
word have any meaning? Of? Of?
I don't think so. No, I've never seen that. Of
Of.
no.
Of. Okay, this is a strange name for the song. So this can
Oh,
be a working
like
title.
as in glove. Oh, working title.
Hmm. Now,
Wait a
now,
minute.
seriously, what could be a cool name for this song? Hmm.
Um,
I don't want to say the word wow.
no.
I love about the
Uh,
love you have for your glove. Rough,
Christmas
it's been
song.
stolen by a
God.
dove. Now it's so far above. Hmm.
Ah,
Can a glove be more far away than the dove?
can a glass be further away?
Further away.
Not more.
Further away.
Further away, not more away.
That's a strange title for a song, but I like it. Further away and
Oh,
not more away.
is that the title? Wait,
Yes.
further away and not more away. Further away and not more away. That was the correct choice.
Further away and not more
um,
away. More
I
than
would
further
say,
away. What about more than further away?
um, no,
I don't know
more than further
how
away.
far the glove is away.
Right.
Could it
So
be
then
more
you
than
would
further
say,
away? Hmm.
no, it would just be further away.
Ridiculous
It is
far away?
further away than I can see. Not more. Further away than I can,
Then I can
then,
see. With
then
E
I
or
can see.
A? Then or
And I
then?
can,
Then. So further
then.
away or further away than I can see. Hmm. What about
Damn far away. Yeah.
what about this title?
Or I like that. Or I'm thinking, do we need to have it something about the glove in the title? Love for a glove.
Or this?
Love for a glove.
Love.
My love for a glove. Love for a glove.
Is it really
Yeah.
your love for the glove?
Love for a glove.
Ah.
Laugh for your success.
Hoppla.
Laugh for your glove.
uh,
Laugh for your glove.
why not?
Enough for the dove.
Enough for the dove. um,
Glove
um,
dive. Glove dive. Glove dive. DIVE.
Pardon me, D.
I
Glove
love dive.
dive. Ah,
Yeah.
we have to use dive also. Yes. Um, at the second rhyme, I think we could implement dive. Yes, because when it's high enough, it could be very low, and it could be high on top of anything, or deep in the ocean, for instance. So the glove could be everywhere, isn't it?
Right, but we said it was far above.
The love was far above.
We already said it was far above.
The glove, yes. But there could be a complete turnover at the second part of the song. It could change everything, and maybe there could be also another animal which steals the glove from the dove.
It has been stolen. It has been stolen by a diving dove. Now it's so
Diving
far
glove.
above. It's been stolen. Rough. It's been stolen by a diving dove. Now it's so far above. I can't see it.
I can't
Oh,
see
can't.
it. That's much
I
better.
can't see it. I can't see it.
Hmm.
I can throw. I can't knock it down. No, it's so tough. Let's take away no. It's so tough. I really have had enough from this dove. I really have had enough from this dove. I can knock it down by taking the other glove and throwing it high above. High above. High above. Let's
The
make something
dove.
nice. Snow, something high above the branch. High above the branch. And it will fall down and knock that glove down. High enough above. I'm trying to avoid using dove so many times.
But I think this is the funny thing of this.
I can knock it down by
Repeating,
taking the other
repeating
glove.
words ending with us.
Oh, okay. Um,
As
I
many
can
times.
I can take it down. I can knock it down by taking the other glove that I love
Yeah, that I
and
also
that
love.
I also love, that I also love, that I also love, and throwing it high above the
High in.
dove,
What about the enough?
high enough above the dove to knock it down, high enough above the dove
To finally
to
knock it down.
finally knock it down. Right, I can knock it down. It's so tough. I really have had enough from this dove. I can take it down by taking the other
I
glove that
have
I also
enough
love.
of this stuff.
I have had enough of this. Okay, all right,
I
of
really
this
have
stuff.
had enough from this stuff.
Of of this stuff. Make from of.
Of this stuff. So when we talk about
I
persons,
really have
it's
had enough
from,
of
and
this
when we
stuff.
talk about things, it's of.
Yes,
Okay.
of this stuff. I can knock it down by taking the other glove.
That I also
We could put
love.
a period there. We could put it there, put a period, and
What
say,
about a
wait,
comma?
oh, about the other glove that I also love,
That I also love,
comma,
and
that
throwing
I
it
also
high
love.
enough above the dove.
Throwing it high enough above the dove to finally knock it down. Yeah, that would be okay.
Yeah.
It's so tough. I really have had
Yes.
enough of this stuff. I can knock it down by taking the other glove that I also love and throwing it high enough above the dove to finally knock it down. Yeah. Das ist gut.
Mm-hmm.
Das ist gut.
To
High enough
finally
above
knock it
the
down.
dove to knock it down. Oh, why didn't you think of that before?
Um, um, now the cool thing is that we don't know the color of the gloves. So maybe the color of the gloves is brown, and then we have another rhyme on down.
Okay, finally knock it down. It's hard to see. It's hard to see. It's hard to see the brown.
Wait a
It's hard to
second.
see the
Finally knock
brown.
it down.
Finally knock it
Um,
down. I can hardly see it. I can hardly see. Wait. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot. I'm throwing it high enough above there to finally knock it down. I can see. I
to
can
finally
hardly
knock it
see.
down.
I can hardly see the brown glove for the tree.
Wait a
I can
second.
hardly
And the only thing, and the only
for the branches of the
thing,
tree.
the dove will see.
That I can see. Wait,
Why?
and the
Why
only
I?
thing
I want to. I want to talk.